Elon Musk is the world's wealthiest man. His estimated net worth is around 330 billion. He runs Tesla, X, Boring, SpaceX, and all these other things. He's a presidential advisor. He also has 14 children. I've always wondered, how much time does he have? There's no way he has any free time to do anything because he's juggling all these things. It doesn't make any sense. I can barely be a student and work. Most people barely have energy after their 9 to 5, and yet you're trying to tell me this guy is running all these companies, has 14 children, and he's able to be a presidential advisor? I always tell myself, when something doesn't add up, you start subtracting. And the thing that doesn't make any sense is this man's free time. There's no way he has any, or if he does have any, there's no way he's managing his companies effectively. And maybe that's why Tesla's stock price is going down. Elon Musk, while he is very talented, well, depending on who you ask. Some people would say he's talented. Other people would say he's not talented. Elon Musk, I do have to hand it to him that he is successful. That is, you can't hand that down. Honestly, the most successful African American of all time. Yes, he is an African brother of mine. I have to hand it to him. One of us had to make it out of the village, and it was him. So congratulations, Elon Musk, for being the most successful African of all time. I'll give it to you. Typically, whenever you hear all these things that he's juggling, I'm always thinking in the back of my mind, is he thinking about Tesla? Is he thinking about his 14 kids? Is he thinking about Boring? Or is he thinking about X? Or is he thinking about SpaceX? Is he still trying to put a chip in everyone's brain? I completely forgot. He is the CEO of Neuralink. It makes me wonder, okay, if he's doing all these things, how is he present in the moment? Imagine if one of his kids is like, hey, I have a soccer game. Sorry, son, I've got to lay off 1 million people from the federal government. Too busy, got to do Doge. Or imagine if, now that Tesla stock is kind of dropping right now, oh, sorry, my kid has a doctor's appointment. I've got to go over there. And on top of that, he has 4 baby mamas. So how are they, is this like some kind of combine, or I don't even know the word for it, where sister wives, I think? Maybe Elon Musk is secretly a Mormon. I have no idea. I really can't keep up. With Elon Musk doing all these things and him kind of juggling all his time, I really do wonder, okay, if he doesn't really have any free time, because I remember I used to read articles that he would sleep on the production floor of Tesla. Because yes, that is the solution to whenever you just need to put out more output, is just sleep at work. What could possibly go wrong? It's not like your mental health is gonna get jeopardized or anything like that. Now, when Elon Musk is doing all these things, I think the knee-jerk reaction is to think, okay, another thing, another thing, another thing, another thing. Why not just focus on one? The reason why he was so successful is because he focused on one thing at a time, and he was able to build on that. But instead, he decided to go the ADHD route, which I also went the ADHD route. Your boy's on Adderall, your boy's on Ritalin, your boy's on Focalin, your boy's on everything. So I can't really blame him for going the ADHD route. It's kind of the American dream to go the ADHD route. Doing all these things makes me wonder, okay, is he doing all of them well? Is he, now mind you, I know nothing about parenthood. I know nothing about fatherhood. So I can't judge him on that. I can't say, okay, well, he's the father, father of the year, 14, keep him coming. Get that football team rolling. Get those basketball teams. If you need some subs, the Musk family's got them all. I can't really comment on that. I can't really say, okay, this is right, this is wrong. But when it comes to his businesses and his role in the government, I know for a fact, his phone, he must have multiple phones. There's no way he just keeps one phone for all these things. Because how is it that, okay, he's got one government phone, he's got one Tesla phone, he's got another phone for SpaceX, and then he's got another phone for Boring, and then another phone for X, formerly known as Twitter. And even then, that's not enough. And it almost makes me wonder, okay, if you own multiple companies, do you really need to be there? And the funny thing is, this guy's against work from home. I guarantee you that's his whole job right now is work. He's probably dad from home. I guarantee he just Zoom calls in his, oh, okay, kiddo, you're still alive? Okay, that's great, bye. When you're doing all these things, I just wonder what sacrifice he's making. What is giving? What is he giving up to get where he's at now? Because there has to be a huge trade-off. At least I would imagine from the outside looking in. Maybe he is just doing everything perfectly and I just am being a hater because I don't have $330 billion, which I'll gladly take. I'll gladly take $330 billion. If you want to, if you want to credit my account with 330, I won't go. I'll even take 329, why not? But typically when it comes to all these things, I think what we need to really focus on is noticing that maybe it's not as clear as it seems. Maybe things under the surface are a bit chaotic. Maybe other things are going on outside the surface. Because when you look into all these other things, his companies are like doing, I'm really a big fan of Starlink. I've talked about Starlink before. Internet everywhere. Definitely bringing it to the village. At the end of the day, we are human. We are like, me, I don't have, the fact that I'm filming this at 1 a.m. shows you that I can't even manage schoolwork and uploading 3 times a week. Now, mind you, I have a lot of deficiencies, so I am not a good model for living the ADHD, juggling multiple things. So adding 14 kids in the mix, the upload schedule would cease to exist. But with Elon Musk, I think he's even stated before where he said that he's willingly given up on sleep. It also makes me wonder what his legacy, what he's going to be remembered as. Because when you typically think of the world's wealthiest men before him, and really who I'm thinking about is John D. Rockefeller, the oil tycoon. He was known for oil. That was his thing, oil. But with Elon Musk and all his ventures, I really don't know. I really don't know if all of this is what he's really going to be remembered as. Because you have Elon Musk fanboys that everything he does, do no wrong. Elon Musk, man's Jesus, can do no wrong. Everything does, it's perfect. But then you have big people who are big critics of him where everything he does is the devil. Where, oh my, he's like the devil incarnate. If Elon Musk is doing it, it must be something wrong. And I don't know where the middle ground is. Typically I try to find the middle ground, but I'm struggling to find the middle ground with this one. Not saying that both extremes are right, but at the end of the day, there is a lot about this guy. He is multifaceted, whether you like him or not. Even if you agree with his decisions or you don't agree with his decisions, that's not really what I'm trying to say. Is that typically when you lose focus and kind of are ubiquitous and trying to do everything, you're really doing nothing at all, because at the end of the day, people really only remember one thing at a time. The Tesla guy, who's also running the government, who also has 14 kids, who also owns a social media platform, and is the world's wealthiest man, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but there's only so much one person can do. He must be the king of delegating. I think that's really what's going on, is that he's delegating all his tasks. And while even on paper he's the CEO, I don't think he's like going from the White House, going to a Tesla meeting, going to an X meeting, going to a Boring meeting, going to a Neuralink meeting, and then just going back to the White House. I also wonder about national security, now that I'm thinking out loud, because how is this safe for national security? One guy that has all this unfettered access, but he also gets government contracts, wouldn't that create a conflict of interest? What would I know? I know nothing. I got a 3 on my AP government exam, so there's no way I know anything about how the government works. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. We'll be back on Monday. My socials will be linked down below and then also at the end of this video.